These poems are dedicated to all those whose lives have been spent in bringing peace to this planet. Wherever you are, I bow my head. May peace be on this earth. We are all united with the thread of love. May each one of us realize the garland of life.
Did you know that when you were born, you had angel wings? You were born to fly with the stars. You came in with full knowledge. You were the universe in all its glory. Somewhere along the way, our wings got clipped. We forgot who we truly are. How did that happen? How were we the universe? And sometime later, we were fighting in some forsaken war. Does it make sense? If you believe that life is eternal, we come and go, time and tide. Yet each time we forget our true nature. Maybe that's why humanity is so confused and frustrated. The carrot is always dangling in front of us, and yet we can never reach it. Somewhere deep down inside, we know the answers lie within. Yet society says look outward to find the answers. We're told from our birth that we must succeed. We were told the facts of life. Yet generation after generation was told the same story. What has mankind accomplished? All the great masters have said, look within your heart to find the answers. There you will discover your true nature. How would you like to be conscious of your Creator? How would you like to walk side by side with your Creator? This is what God wants. This is a game of hide and seek. This is probably the most exciting game in the universe. God hides inside of your heart. He has never left you for even an instant. Yet we look in the four corners of the world looking for him. Isn't that ironic? Yet all the great masters had the same identical message. Yes, it was in different cultures and different languages. But the meaning was God lies in your heart, waiting to be discovered. Are these words of encouragement? Do these words have any meaning? Do these words make sense? This is probably the greatest time to be alive. Man is waking up from his slumber. Mark my words, it may take more time. Some people says it takes 1,000,000 years for the world to wake up. You either evolve or you blow yourself up. Mankind has reached a point where we decided that blowing ourselves up is not the answer. In the conscious mind of man, we have chosen to discover our true nature. The snowball is going down the mountain and picking up steam. It is driving the darkness away. When each person discovers his true nature, darkness disappears. Does the sun in the sky know about darkness? Even if darkness tries to show up, it will disappear. It has no power over the light. Darkness has been king on this land for way too long. Countless wars have been fought. A new day is on the horizon. The sun is arising. Behold, your angel wings are unfolding. You were meant to fly. Did you know that anatomy is a state of being unknown to most people? We come into this world alone with no name. We leave this world and leave our name behind. Just think someone is dying right now. and we have no idea who they are. All our worldly possessions are taken away, yet we take the precious fruits that we have harvested. Kindness, love, compassion are ours to share forever. We think we are alone. We think that God doesn't know our name. Yet God is hidden in your heart, just waiting to be discovered. How many years have you been searching for the truth? Life has its ups and downs, yet the truth will set you free. I'm not saying that life won't throw you a curveball. It will. Life is meant to have challenges. How would you like to play the same song year in and year out? It would drive you insane. We don't like change. Yet change is the most constant thing in the universe. We like to capture a moment and hold on to it for dear life. We get so frustrated when it's taken away. We need to hold on to God. We need to hold on to the universe. God is unknown to us. God is a mystery to us. Yet God can be known. All the great masters have said the same thing. That diamond exists within your heart. All the religions on earth are talking about the same thing. They're all pointing to God within your being. In essence, we are one and the same. You and I are one. We are not separate. Our true nature is known throughout the universe. We are the sun, moon, and stars. How grand are you? How about this? There's a part of you that is timeless. This part was never created, nor will ever be destroyed. This is your true nature. This spark of life exists inside of you. Your DNA contains the spark of life. Yet for the majority of mankind, we are oblivious to this. We go on our merry ways. Life's precious. Know why you are alive. Barbara, you are the apple of my eye. Today is the anniversary of our marriage. We were married many moons ago. Our precious friends arranged for us to meet. You came unto me in a dream. When I saw your precious face, Zoran said in a thundering voice, following, when you meet this person, you better get to know her. The following month, you drove from the state of Washington to Arizona. I met you on one fine day during the harmonic convergence. I recognized you at once, yet I wanted to see the game being played out. I was coy and didn't say much, but inside I was giving thanks to Zoran for arranging the whole thing. A week later, I was staying in Phoenix with some friends, and there you were, walking down the stairs. Wow, you were so beautiful. You had such a glow of life coming from your eyes. You came and left. I was trying to rent the trailer on the creek Somehow you found out and asked me if you could rent it. I said, I'll think it over and call you back tomorrow. I really didn't want to put any false effort for us to get together. I was watching the precious game being played out. You rented the trailer by the creek. One day, I decided to give you a call. The next day, I came to you. You spent the night at your friend's house. We finally met and we decided to rent a video. We had some popcorn and started to watch the movie. At some point in time, we held each other's hands. To this day, we still talk about how incredible it was. No words can describe the energy of love that was felt between us. It was beyond this world. This was the start of an incredible adventure for us. We were on the same wavelength. It seemed like we were custom made for each other. Our lives are balanced together. I can say anything to you, and you can say anything to me. We are striving each day to cultivate our gardens within. We are divine farmers and strive to be better each day. We are solving our piece of the divine puzzle. We know how precious it is to be together. Barbara, you are the apple of my eye. If you give something to someone, ask for nothing in return. If you do this from the heart, you will never be disappointed. The problem is most people expect something in return, and the end result is they get deeply disappointed. I gave them my time, and they never appreciated it. I loaned them money, and never got paid back. There are countless ways we get disappointed in our ways of giving. If you plan to give something to someone, do it from a point where I may never see that again. I'm truly giving from my heart. I can let go. Let the wind blow wherever it goes. How many weeds do we have in the art of giving? How many disappointments and anger do we hold on to? The person who we lent money to has forgotten about it a long time ago. Yet we hold on for dear life. I'll never forget this person. He has no right not to pay me back. The list goes on and on. Our anger still is human inside. Unfortunately, it doesn't do us any good. We, in the end, may become bitter and stop tasting the sweetness of life. Remember, life throws us curveballs to make us strong. The lessons we learn make us strong as steel if we learn from them. Imagine a skyscraper in the sky. The steel can't be rigid. It must be flexible to sway with the wind. The wise man flows with the winds of life. He wasn't always wise. He had to take baby steps along the way. He stumbled and fell, just like you. Yet he was determined to weed out his garden. He knew that the only thing really that matters is the results of the harvest. The crop is meant to be shared. Kindness, love, compassion, patience. These are the greatest gifts we can share with the world. Just one smile can help someone who's in need. So the main point in all of this is the following. Life is so precious. There is an infinite treasure that exists inside of us. You are never alone. There once was an angel named Grace who came upon this land many moons ago. She was a gift from God. She only stayed a short while, only about a month or so. Yet she radiated the love from God that is still alive today. I never got to meet this precious being. My twin brother told me after the story was over. It seems like her mission was to come into this world and shine like the sun. Then she would leave. She knew her mission. The world couldn't taint her yet. She knew where she was going. Grace didn't have time to forget. What seems like a tragedy is really a blessing in disguise. She had a hole in her heart, yet her heart was love itself. She was the universe, and she knew it. She had nothing to hide. Grace just shined. In that state, she knew she was never created, nor will she ever die. Her father was always rocking her while she was alive. Yes, she experienced pain, yet she was beyond the pain. Love is truly the greatest mystery. We come into this world to solve this mystery. Yet Grace was an example of being love incarnate. By the way, all newborns are in that state. Over time, they slowly lose their direct connection to God. God never leaves us, but our connection to God slowly disappears. Did you know that some angels come into this world to remind us of our true nature? Baby Grace was one of these precious angels. God has a different game plan than ours. This life is truly a game of hide and seek. God hides, and we look for him in the four corners of the world. We never find him there. Baby Grace came from one purpose, and one purpose alone. She came to remind us that God exists in our hearts. Like the great masters, she knew she was the universe. Yet she didn't have any fancy words to say. She was just a newborn. But from her eyes, you could see that she knew who she was. An angel is blind. An angel loves humanity. An angel loves to inspire humanity to discover the jewel within. An angel works outside of the box. We, as humanity, have lost our ways. Each newborn is hand-wrapped from God. How incredible is that? Maybe man's mission is to raise the newborns with awareness that this child comes from God. Maybe raise her to never lose that connection. What does that mean? Well, First of all, discover that connection inside day by day. Make that your priority. Become the magnet of love yourself. Be kind to all. Be patient. Cultivate compassion. Your child needs this kind of food. War and anger is a thing of the past. Live each moment that you're going to make God proud. God is proud when you take responsibility for our piece of the puzzle. In this game of hide and seek, when you discover God inside, this is really the first step in the journey. In truth, God always will be a mystery. There will never be a point where you can clap your hands and say, I know it all. Even when you discover you are the universe, this will be a starting point in your journey. You see, the journey never ends. There are many rooms in my mansion. How true is that statement? Grace was a messenger sent from God to remind us of this precious journey. She came to us and without any words said, take off your blinders. Discover the jewel within your heart. This is why you came. You have searched everywhere outside of you. You would never find it there. We are not judging you. The truth doesn't need to judge. We are not condoning you. The truth doesn't need to condone. In this game, you have free will. God loves you so much that by will alone, you set your mind in motion. Baby Grace came to remind us of our true home. What can I say? A gift from God came our way. Years later, tears still come when I remember Grace. Thanks for coming into this world, Baby Grace. Bad things can happen to good people. Yet a wise man once told me that everything that happens to you is good. He told me you might not see it at first, but over time you will. Everything is a blessing in disguise. The universe works in ways that we can't understand with our minds. The only way to understand this life is through the heart. The intellect is finite. The heart is infinite. Can you imagine how grand this planet would be if each and every one of us took responsibility to discover our true nature? This planet would be cleaned up of the garbage we have dumped onto the earth. As I said, that life throws us curveballs. This life is not static. Everything is in motion. Nothing is constant except change. When a curveball gets thrown to us, we can hit the ball out of the park. All the great masters knew how to bend with the wind. They were experts at the game of life. Do you know that a great ball player's average is around .333? This means that if a batter is at bat 3 times, one of the times he will be on base. Just think in life, we have an opportunity to grow and learn. Life will throw us curveballs. Bad things can happen to good people. We need to see that we are never alone. God is always inside of us. He will never leave us. No matter what happens to us externally, we can overcome the obstacle. There is always a solution to a problem. We may not see it at the time, yet the more we focus within, the proper answer will always bubble up to the surface. Spirituality is practical. This life was meant to be balanced between mind, body, and soul. Mankind needs to discover the jewel within. So when bad things happen to good people, we can transform the situation. Remember, you are the universe. You just don't know it. Be careful what you ask for. There's a famous wise saying. It says, what you want, you don't need. What you need, you don't want. Doesn't that kind of sum up the human condition? We all strive for a better life. That's why we are alive. Striving is a part of life. Yet does striving for money really make you happy? I've met so many people during my career who sacrificed their families and their jobs to make that buck. Some have even died in the process. There must be a balance in the process. If you truly don't need what you want, and yet what you need, you don't want. Isn't that sad? No wonder our world is in such a mess. No wonder the great masters have come over and over again. Yet the majority of their messages fell on deaf ears. Have we become brainwashed? Maybe our brain needs washing so we can see clearly. Why do we decline what you need, you don't want? I'm being honest here. Life is not a religion. If I told you that a special diamond exists on the ground with your name on it, would you want it? Now, if I pointed to the ground, and handed you a shovel, would you do that? I can't dig the hole for you. That's the only condition. So you pick up the shovel and dig for the diamond. In 1 hour's time, you get the jackpot. You find the diamond with your name on it. Now suppose I tell you that the diamond exists inside. I can point you in the direction so you can discover this precious jewel. Isn't it amazing? At that point, the person will clam up. End of discussion. Don't tell me what to do. I hate you. Do you ever think that the mind and ego don't ever want you to go there? They don't want to lose power and control. They are the barking dogs in your life. They will bark when you try to pursue what you need most precious. Yet, when you pursue your wants, the dog is wagging its tail. Stop and consider this for a while. Ponder over this. No wonder the great masters have said the most difficult thing in the universe is mastering your mind. When I was young, I read the book Be Here Now by Baba Ramdas. Its central theme was to be in the moment. To be honest, I really didn't understand this concept. I just started my meditation practice and everything was so new. There was an entire universe to discover inside. Many moons later, I have a more personal experience of this. Imagine the difference of sitting on the beach watching the waves. Now imagine you are a surfer riding the waves. Big difference. To be in the moment, one needs to be engulfed with the wave of life. There's something keeping you alive. There is a power, a force of love filling the entire universe. One learns over time how subtle the experience is. Our human bodies are hardwired for this experience. Yet, we can't have an experience greater than what the nervous system can handle. This is why slow and easy wins the race. By meditating over time, you are slowly building up a vessel that can understand God. To be in the moment is when you close your eyes and the experience is just there. In the beginning of my journey, it took probably an hour to settle the mind. Now the mind is my friend. It can still be a brat, yet I am truly learning how to tame it. I think that by sitting on the beach, you can have a concept and at times glimpses of this experience. Letters get letters in the 60s, hippies used drugs. We all get glimpses of this experience. The universe places signposts along the way. This is our true nature. In actuality, we don't have to do anything to be in this state. In this reality, we have forgotten our true nature. This is why all the great masters have said, discover your true nature. Can you imagine being inside at the center of a hurricane of the mind? In the center is absolute peace. In the center is a calm. In the center is serene. In the center is love and compassion for all. In the center are patience and kindness. Yet mankind consists in the winds of the hurricane. Our minds are restless. We may think that is not so. Yet close your eyes and watch your breath. It seems so easy, and it is. Yet tell me, the mind wanders here and there. You will never be able to 100% to completely tame your mind. But you can learn to tame your mind. You can learn to have your mind as your friend. In the midst of life, you can learn to be in the moment. This moment is kind. This moment is filled with love and compassion. This moment is patience. This is your true nature. Be in the moment. Before you became a star, life was easy. You could walk anywhere and be free as a bird. Nobody on the street noticed you. You could walk into any restaurant without someone clamoring for your autograph. You didn't have to worry about the paparazzi outside. They're waiting to take the pick of the day. They have drones flying around your property. In the old days, it was easy to know who your friends were. Your friends always supporting you, even during thick and thin. Today, you are feeling alone. You don't know who your friends truly are. They may be along for the ride. When you're famous, they love you. When your fame is over, they walk away like a thief in the night. The world loves to gossip. You're on the cover of all the entertainment magazines. Most of the stories are made up. They have Photoshop pictures of you showing you at last night's party. You had a little too much to drink. They have ways to make it much worse than what it was. Your chauffeur drove you home. Unfortunately, the paparazzi was there, just waiting for this opportunity. They shot away like a warrior going to war. They had money to be made. Your drunken picture could be worth thousands of dollars. 50 years ago, they were called photographers. They had the deepest respect for your craft. They didn't tell anyone about your secrets. That was the hidden code. You were human just like everyone else. Yes, you were a star. But their goal wasn't to tear you down. The industry has typecast you in the roles you play. You have learned your craft well, yet they want you to act in some senseless and gross comedy. You have to pay your bills. Your mansion is worth a lot. The parties you throw for one evening is worth almost that a year's salary for the average person. Unfortunately, over time, you lose your sense of dignity. Not all stars end up this way, yet the trap is set forward. A star has to be so strong to not to fall into the trap. Many of the finest stars leave Hollywood and live somewhere else. They come only to learn. They see the dangers alert. More than ever, they hold on. More than ever, hold on to your heart. This will save you in the end. How beautiful is life. We were born into this world with total innocence. Life supports us in so many different ways. Gaia, the beautiful Mother Earth, knows your name. You are welcome to this glorious home called Earth. You are precious beyond words. The Almighty is keeping you alive. How beautiful is your breath. Such a divine sweetness is keeping you alive. The entire universe knows your name. You may feel alone, but you're not. The sun, moon, and stars dance when you were born. What a beautiful moment. You came from the stars, and now you are this beautiful newborn. The journey of life continues. This journey will go on for eternity. This is the beautiful dance of life. The universe participates in this dance. Each star has its own melody. They all make up a grand song to celebrate life. The universe is where it is conscious. You may think that is just empty space, but imagine a wave of love exists in the entire universe. Scientists are beginning to slowly understand this wave. Within a short period of time, we will understand the mysteries of life. What a beautiful time to be alive. This may seem just like fancy words to you. This may seem like this person has lost it. This may seem too good to be true. But tell me, what is keeping you alive? What is behind your breath? Is there something that is missing? If you believe God is everywhere, if you believe the universe exists, then doesn't it make sense that God exists inside of you? Doesn't it make sense the universe exists inside of you? Did God decide, nope, this person doesn't deserve this, I'm going to limit myself? God is endless. God doesn't judge. Man does. Man fights wars. God is not taking sides. Don't project any negative emotions to God. These are human emotions. God is pure love. We have a tendency to think that God is on my side. Well, He is, yet He is on all sides. God does not divide. Love is united. Love is not fragmented. Love is beauty in disguise. Did you know the universe doesn't completely understand the power of love? It always will be a mystery. Mind you, the universe knows God, yet in this journey of life, you will always grow. Your understanding of God is an infinite journey. Isn't that grand? How beautiful is that? Come along on this journey. Oh yeah, here we are, whether you like it or not. This body is getting old, yet at the same time, it's getting young. Is that a paradox? I'm 64, yet I feel so much younger. Is our health determined by our state of mind? Since I was young, I believed in preventative medicine. My theory was this is the only body you get, so why not take care of it? Over the years, I've developed a healthy lifestyle. Balance is the key in all areas of my life. I have seen friends literally die from overworking. We didn't come to this planet solely to work. You can't take your work with you when you die. This human body is so precious. God is present inside. Listen to your body. It literally speaks to you. There have been numerous times I'm about ready to get a cold. My body tells me and says, go to bed an hour early. 99% of the time, that works. The body needs that extra hour to fight it off. The body will tell you what foods to eat. Food is the most powerful medicine. It doesn't have so much side effects. Yet, one man's food, maybe one man's poison. Get plenty of exercise. Walk or go for a spin. Do yoga. Meditate. As you get older, pay attention to your breath. Watch it. Feel the energy behind your breath. Someday your breath will be taken away. You will then leave this precious earth. Wouldn't you like to have a glimpse of where you're going? God has a trailer for his movie. Watch your breath. and experience this short movie. Everything gets old and eventually dies. Even the sun, moon, and stars. The universe will eventually die. Yet the creation dies, but the essence never dies. Slow down and experience this incredible journey of life. Be grateful. Grateful to the key. You are alive. Be kind. Be kind to your body. Pay attention to it. Be kind to your mind. Your mind is your friend. Learn how to tame your mind. We take our dogs to dog school so they can be trained. The great masters have said, go to the mind school within and train your mind. The mind is wild when it's not held on a leash. We were never taught this in school. You are a co-creator with God. Learn the tricks of the trade. Your mind, body, and soul will love it. Imagine you had an incredible sailing vessel. The ship was born to sail the open sea. The ship's nature was to sail with the wind. The ship's nature was to be free. It's like a wild horse nature is not to be tamed. This ship loves the journey of life. This ship is aware. Yet, our ship just sits in the harbor. Our ship's anchor is at the bottom. There's no captain of the ship today. The ship stands alone. Is this the true nature of the ship? Imagine having a beautiful Ferrari and it just sits in your garage. How sad that would be. Yet the great masters have said, you are born to sail the open seas. You are born to sail the universe. Such an incredible vessel exists inside. At first you have to know how to pull up the anchor. You have to know how to put up the sails. The boat is in perfect condition. It will never rust. The wood is in perfect shape. You begin to read books on how to sail the open seas. You begin to learn how to go inside. Slowly through practice, you begin to sail in the harbor. You learn how to tack. You learn about the mind of the wind. Slowly, you venture out of the harbor. You start to learn to sail in the open sea. Mind you, you can still see land. The land is in the far distance. One day, you sail so far that the land can't be seen. You are so happy that you have a great compass on board. This compass will lead you back to the harbor. Over time, your jobs go farther and farther out. You have enough food on board that will never run out. The same goes for water. Everything you need is there. All this exists inside of you. Your ship is in the harbor. The anchor of life is tying you down. At times you feel you're all alone. At times the wind of the mind is howling. You can't sleep at night. Learn how to sail inside. This is your birthright. You can be free as a bird. This is your true nature. You were born to sail the open seas.